And please bring your hands together at your heart. May our practice help to move us from the bottom upwards at each stage, overcoming the gu, the darkness or the misguidedness, and moving towards the ru, the luminous or the auspicious. Om Gurura Brahma, Gurura Vishnu, Gurura Devo Maheshvara, Gurura Sakshat Parara Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Gurura Brahma, Gurura Vishnu, Gurura Devo Maheshvara, Gurura Sakshat Parara Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Gurura Brahma, Gurura Vishnu, Gurura Devo Maheshvara, Gurura Sakshat Parara Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Hari Om, Hari Hari Om. And please release your hands to your lap and take your hands out over your knees and make them firm like yesterday. We're going to inhale to go up, opening the throat and your gaze. So inhale, it's like the cow pose spine. And then exhale to curl down and in. And see if you can start kind of right away, since you've been cultivating your practice. Can you sense the inhale pause and the exhale pause? Even in these first breath cycles, is that there? And how might you deepen your relationship to the inhale and exhale pause? And you can sense both of the actions actually beginning at the base of the spine, just as the inhale and the exhale are beginning down low. So you might imagine on the inhale, rising up in vitality and color. And on the exhale, appreciating the process of composting. Just like the gladiolas, they will also, each of the blooms from the bottom up will fade and they will become part of the compost from which something else is growing. Come down one more time into this kind of cat pose spine. And then roll up to your simple seat. And now taking the Kapalabhati, and raise the arms up. And starting with just a brisk inhale and then the rapid exhales. Inhale, go up. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. And then arms out to the side and pressing out. And then inhale to go up. And Anjali Mudra. And then out to the side, palms face up. Exhale. Inhale, raise up. Anjali Mudra. Exhale. Release your hands to your lap. Okay, let's please place a blanket for your head and come into kneeling. You probably also want a blanket for your knees, depending on the surface that you're practicing on. Okay, so we're going to start upright here. We will use lion's breath again today. We did it, I think it was yesterday or the day before. So there'll be an inhale kind of to suspension. You have your claws in, your paws are fists. And then the exhale, the claws go out, we come forward. You open the throat, the tongue comes out, the eyes are big. You are trying to scare away the things that are yours to scare off, like the lion, right? Lion's breath. And if you remember, I think I said yesterday or the day prior, Durga, the goddess Durga, she rides on the lion. That's her vehicle. And one of her duties is like she's carrying these particular weapons so that she can slay the demons of the mind. She can help to overcome some things. Okay, so place your fists like this. And then we inhale Ujjayi. And exhale, coming forward, lion's breath. Inhale, Ujjayi. Twice more. Once more. Come back to simple kneeling. You bring the left hand, the back of your left hand, around the outside of the right knee, and bring it around far enough that you actually put the hand underneath. So your hand is facing backwards like this. And then take a block for your right hand, press down against the tall setting of the block and twist to your right. Now sense if the twist can really be like the pelvis is stable, the lower belly is stable, but you're twisting near to the third chakra, fourth, fifth, sixth, kind of going up, as I said a couple days ago, like a barber pole, or going up the gladiolas. Press your right knee down onto your left hand so it's firmly fixed there. And wrap your right arm around behind the small of your back. Roll your right shoulder back and do your best to make a little back bend in the upper back as you're twisting to your right. I don't expect that you have that much range of motion, but the effort you're making is important even if there's resistance in the body. Now take your gaze down past your left shoulder. Roll the right shoulder back. And then release and sneak your left hand out from underneath your right knee. And notice the myofascial line that's been affected by your practice right there. Now take the right hand around the outside of the left knee. Oh. And sit your left knee onto the back of your right hand. Take your left hand to your block and please twist to your left. Again, keep the pelvis stable so your sitting bones will still be directly over their own heel. So right sitting bone, right heel, left sitting bone, left heel. And as you're twisting, try churning the belly from the region of the third chakra, fourth chakra, up from there. Keep your left knee fixing your right hand to the floor as you now take your left hand around behind the small of your back. Now keeping the left shoulder rolled back, start gazing down past your right shoulder towards the floor. Okay, and then release your left hand to your block. Press into that support, take your right hand out from under your left knee, and notice what is happening as you release the arms. Okay, and now clasping your hands at the small of your back, please. Roll the shoulders back and back. Raise your chest and heart up. Breathe in. And exhale forward and down. Then inhale to the crown of your skull. Exhale your hips to your heels. And inhale, rise up to your kneeling back bend. Exhale forward and down. Take your time so it's with your breath cycle. Inhale, rise up to the crown of the skull. Exhale, hips to your heels. Inhale, raise up into your kneeling back bend, looming from the bottom up. Exhale, glide forward, keep the shoulders back, chest open. Inhale, raise to the crown of your skull. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, release. Okay, so we're going to take the 2 blankets now down the length of the mat. Let me ask you to do this. Unfold your blanket. I've got hair in my mouth, excuse me. You're going to unfold the blanket once and fold it in half. Place that down your yoga mat lengthwise. Like that, and then do the same with the other one. So you have this little platform, and I would like these to be stacked so that you have a firm edge right here on the front. Okay, and it's wide enough that this should not feel like it's like the belly bolster when we do it. Okay, and let me move my microphone. So you're going to be placing your hands on the sides of the blanket here on the floor like you would for Cobra pose, and I'd like you to be far enough forward on your mat and nothing behind it that you're going to bump into. So if you set yourself up here like this, and you know where you need to have the pubic bone is going to be right at the edge of the blanket. So the pubic bone is going down just off the edge of the blanket. It won't touch the floor because you're on the blanket, but the thigh should feel really grounded, and your Cobra pose therefore a little bit easier to sustain actually, because you have this support right here at the ilium bone. So I'd like you to know where this is for you, and then press up to table pose from there, and back to child's pose from there, and up to Vajrasana. Okay, so in this position now, we're going to work with the arms and shoulders, and then there's going to be this little sequence that comes out of it. So take the left hand and place it on the small of your back so that your fingers are going to point up, and the fingers are somewhere near the kidneys. And the left hand, the heel of the hand, is going to be down near the top of the ilium, the top of the hip bone. Roll your left shoulder back. And as you roll your left shoulder back, turn your chest and your heart to the right. Rotate your head to the right. And keep the left shoulder rotated back. And then rotate your head to center, take the right arm up, inhale. And keep the left shoulder back, left elbow back. And exhale to release. Release your left arm as well. And take the right hand, the back of the right hand is going to be pointing backwards. Put the palm of your hand on the small of your back. Hopefully the fingers go up near the kidneys. Roll your right shoulder back, right elbow back. And as you keep your shoulder back, widen your right collarbone, turn your head to your left as far as it goes. And then rotate your head to center, raise your left arm up, please. Inhale. Keep the right shoulder back. So you probably are getting some information about the flexibility or the range of motion for your neck, your head, your throat. And then exhale to release your left arm, release your right arm. Let the circulation go back into your hands. Okay, so now we're going to be using this clasped hands position. Sometimes it's called Yogi Mudra. And then you're going to be coming through a little sequence here, and it will include your cobra pose. So please reach back and interlace your fingers. Inhale, roll your chest, heart, and shoulders back. To the extent you're able to, place your knuckles on the floor or a block behind you. Then exhale, come up and over. Now inhale, rise up to Vajrasana. Unclasp your hands, raise them up and rise up. And exhale, come down to pranam. So your hips go back to your heels. The hands will find the floor. Bow your forehead like child's pose. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow pose. Inhale, cobra pose. And exhale, salambasana. Take the arms back. Inhale, cobra. Keep the legs grounded. Exhale, salambasana. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, cow pose. Inhale to cat. Exhale, pranam. Inhale, rise up, lift your hips, open your chest, your heart, and your throat. Exhale, come down. So you're going to clasp the hands at the small of your back. And inhale to roll open again. Exhale, come forward, squeeze the shoulders back. You are also squeezing the breath out. Bow your forehead to the floor. Inhale, release your hands and rise up, arms up overhead. Exhale, pranam. Place your hips at your heels before your hands come down all the way. Relax the weight of your head. Inhale to cat. Cow pose. Inhale, come forward to cobra. Exhale, salambasana. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, salambasana. And inhale, cobra one more time. Exhale, cow pose. Inhale to cat. Exhale, pranam. Inhale, rise up. And exhale down to Vajrasana. Hands can go on your lap, palms can go just face down against your thighs. Okay, let's take these two blankets and please fold them in this other pattern. I don't know what to call this now. As wide as the yoga mat, folded in half twice. Folded in half, like the storage fold. And just set them aside for a moment. Please rise up to Prasarita Padottanasana. Take a wide stance and come into your standing forward bend. In Prasarita Padottanasana, just a reminder to place the feet the length of one leg from left to right, so it's an equilateral triangle. Walk your hands forward, stretch out your Prasarita Padottanasana, and start noticing the length of the inhale and the length of the exhale. Again, including the pauses, and really notice how you enter and exit the pause. When you exhale, bend your right knee deeply, sit down into your right hip. With your inhale, rise up slowly to center. Exhale, going left. Inhale, rise up to center, of course, at your own breath pace. So either at the height of the inhale, the breath with the suspension, and the depth of the exhale with the pause. I should not say suspension, but really a pause. Now turn the foot, when you're bending your knee, turn your foot out on a 45-degree angle, so it has a different feeling in the pelvis. Go once more in each direction. And then make the feet parallel once again. Walk your hands back to your hips, and please rise up to standing. Let's go heel toe into center. Come to mountain pose, please. I'll change the angle of the knee. Mountain pose is just standing steady like a mountain and really sensing both that which is ground and that which is vital. This morning, we're going to use the 2 blocks for the sun salutation, but no blankets. And we're going to place the 2 blocks that you're standing on them. So place your blocks so that they are hip distance apart and step up onto your little platform. Join your hands together at your heart. Energize the legs, and using the Ujjayi sound to help listen for the sound of the breath and the silence of the pauses. Let's inhale, sweep the hands down, palms forward, rise up. Exhale, bend your knees, come to chair pose. Press into your right foot, inhale, lift your left knee, rise up. And then exhale, take the left toes back and step into Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, open the arms wide, reach back to interlace your fingers at the small of your back, and inhale to raise it up, blooming from the bottom up. Keeping your left heel grounded, the hips are coming forward, but the right knee over your heel. Inhale, raise your arms up. And then exhale, keep the left leg strong, reach your torso forward so it's like an arrow. And you're going to inhale, step back up. And exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, raise up both arms, upward hands pose. Exhale, bend your knees, chair pose. Press into your left heel. Inhale, rise up, raise your right knee. Exhale, step your right toes back, warrior 1. Inhale, rise up. Sweep the arms wide, you're going to interlace the fingers. Try changing the clasp of the hand by 1 digit, 1 finger. And then add the arms again, inhale to go up, blooming from the bottom up. And exhale, bring your torso forward like an arrow in line with your back leg, and inhale, float up. Exhale, mountain pose. Bend both knees a little bit and step your left foot back to Virabhadrasana 1. Take the back of the left hand upside down. So the heel of the hand is down on the top of the hip bone. Lift the pubic bone up, lift up through your heart, rotate your shoulder back. Raise your right arm up. Keep gliding the left hip slightly forward. Lift the inner belly upwards. Sweep your right arm out to the side and lower your gaze to be on the horizon. Please step forward. Put your weight into your left leg. Take the right toes back. Okay, establish your right heel behind you. Place the right hand so the fingers are going to point up. Roll your right shoulder back. Reach upward so the inner belly is rising, pubic bone rising, and then raise your gaze and your left arm. You want to feel like the lumbar spine is helping to stabilize. Your right hip is supporting stability as well, so that the back bend is in the chest and the heart and the throat. Keeping your right shoulder back, exhale, glide up, and then inhale, step up to mountain pose. And step backwards from your 2 blocks, please. Okay. You can put the 2 blocks beyond and bring your blankets onto your mat. Now, if you're doing the first form of supported bridge or shoulder stand that we were doing the last couple of weeks, you're going to need those 2 blocks. If you're doing the form where you just have the 2 blankets, grapevine, and the chair, and that is a grapevine. Hi, good morning. My, how you've grown just since yesterday. Okay, one moment. So this morning in this pose, you're going to again have the chance to explore plow pose where you go over, and you'll have again the chance to go into one leg up or the other leg up position. This is called ekapada, where you do 1 foot. Eka means 1, pada is foot. So ekapada, sarvangasana, ekapada, we say in all kinds of things, ekapada, adho mukha svanasana, and so on. So let's spin about. Take your knees up over the back of the chair if you're doing this version. If you're doing the other version, of course, you're not sliding backwards off of your chair. You're starting on the floor with your shoulders on the blankets, your feet on the chair, and then you put the blocks under your hips. For those of us coming into this form, please check that your shoulders feel anchored and you're as comfortable as you can be personally with where the chair is touching the back of your pelvis. Come up to your supported shoulder stand. I have my grapevine there. There should feel like, a moderate amount of work, but not a lot of over efforting where the shoulders are securing, whichever pose you're doing, the shoulders are securing the foundation. You will, of course, notice some movement of circulation towards the head, the heart, the throat, the head. For anyone wanting to come over to the plow pose, make a thoughtful transition without any jostling about. Keeping the left toes grounded, raise your right leg up. If you're doing one-footed plow pose, Return that foot down. Second side. Take those toes back down. You're keeping the left toes grounded. Raise the right leg up. Lower those toes down. Change sides, left leg up. And lower those toes down. Take your hips back towards your chair. Raise up to the supported shoulder stand pose. Touch your feet to the top of the seat of the chair, to the seat of the chair. Place your hands without pulling your hair. You can come down off of your blankets without making a blanket landslide. Place the legs in your position for shoulder stand, for Shavasana. So if you were doing the first version of this position, you've removed the two blocks so your hips can be on the blankets. Reach overhead for wherever the blocks are, placing one block at the medium setting and the other block for your fingers to wrap around. Press long through the crown of your skull. The neck is neutral, neither profound flexion nor extension. You can squeeze the shoulder blades a little bit down the upper back so the neck is longer, not like a turtle. And because the hands are applying pressure and the blocks have pressure, the head is counter pressuring. You want to imagine the pressure is going from the center of the upper palate near the back of the mouth, so center left to right, where the hard palate becomes the soft palate. And then exhale, release that pressure altogether. and come into your Shavasana. Invite your mind to be really still, the body receiving the medicine of your practice. Allow yourself to soak in the stillness where integration is happening. Do not allow the mind to wander. Again, please deeply welcome this integration time. Keeping a sense of the integration that Shavasana brings to you. Please slide your knees towards your chest. You can hug the knees to the chest for a few moments there. And then roll to your side. And come to your seat. Take your seat where you're comfortable enough and also grounded enough in the physical pose. Come to the mudra for the first chakra, please. Using your ujjayi breath to prepare and between each of the sounds. Lam, 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 lam. Lam, 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 lam. Lam. Second. Wam, 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 wam. Wam, 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 wam. Third. Ram, 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 ram. Ram 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 Ram. Ram. Fourth. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yum. Fifth. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Brahmari, 3 times. and releasing into your quiet seat. Encourage your mind to be very still and also to not be disturbed if stillness has trespassers, thoughts. Remain very still. Mary Oliver said in one of her poems, talking about lilies, she said, "I want to believe that I'm looking into the white fire of a great mystery, that the imperfections are nothing, that the light is everything, that it is more than the sum of each flawed blossom rising and fading." And I do. I want to believe I'm looking into the white fire of a great mystery, that it is more than the sum of each flawed blossom rising and fading. The imperfections are nothing. The light is everything. Gurura Brahma, Gurura Vishnu, Gurura Devo Maheshvara, Gurura Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Hari Om. So you may bring your hands to your heart. And as you like, you may bow your head to your heart. And lift the gift of the heart up to the sixth chakra. Then place it back in the heart. You can raise the head up and make an offering into your community. And not only to us, but us as if we were in a big circle, and also beyond us, including the gladiolas and the grapevines. Thank you very much, everyone. Namaste.